So they transfer Danny from Elkhart to South Bend because it's a higher level trauma center. At this point, they're suspecting some things might be beyond okay. So they move him. And this was also the same day Melissa was traveling on the road from North Carolina to South Bend, Elkhart area. So we're in communication a lot. And I'm like, hey, they're moving him. You know, they're moving him to South Bend Hospital. And she's like, oh, okay, thank you for letting us know. I really appreciate it. I'll stay in touch. And I was like, that's good because we're moving. So we get to the hospital and Danny's pretty stabilized. He's up in his room on like the 7th or 8th floor. Nice view, looks out over the river, lots of pretty trees and shit. And that's when we meet Danny's new nurse. And you've heard of Nurse Brittany and Dr. Gupta and the characters along the way. But y'all ain't never heard of Nurse Ratchet. That's right, Nurse Ratchet. I don't know what her name was, but that's what the board in the room said. And Nurse Ratchet, she wasn't ratchet. I mean, she was loud and obnoxious and playful and goofy. But that was when we met Nurse Ratchet. And Melissa was arriving that afternoon, and they were going to prepare to wake Danny up so he could see Melissa. He'd been out of it in this medically induced coma-ish state for about 72 hours. So they wanted to wake him up, see where his brain function was, see where his, cognitive abilities were, because he had, his heart had stopped beating for a while. So they're going to wake him up. He's got a catheter. He's in the full gown. He's hospitalized, right? And you know what I mean. So they're in the process of waking him up, and I'm like, hey, his wife's going to be here in about an hour. Do you think it's possible to have him awake by then? So they give him the shot in the tube, and they're waking him up. And he's starting to groggily come out of it, and he's got the Darth Vader mask on. Or whatever that thing is. I don't know. I mean, probably the ventilator tube. And they're starting to talk to Danny. And y'all know how stubborn that man is. And imagine a very confused Danny who is coming out of a medically induced coma, trying to take direction from a bunch of strangers in a hospital room when he has no idea how he got there. Y'all, to say it was a catastrophe would be an understatement. They have to hold this man down on the bed because they have to take out the tube. She's the sweetest woman, Nurse Ratchet. Mr. Grissom, this is not going to feel very good. I apologize in advance, but we're going to remove the tube, and it's probably going to be very uncomfortable. Nod your head if you understand me. Again, Danny's half obvious. So he goes, y'all ain't wasted no time. She's up on there just yanking that thing out of there. And that thing came out and he woke right up. He was aware. He was aware at that point. He wasn't happy. He was not thrilled with the situation at all. So they begin explaining to him, and they use me. They blame me, y'all. They're like, look, your friend over here is here to see you. And I'm like, don't blame me for this shit. Like, I didn't put him here. I didn't just yank a fire hose out of his mouth. That was you. So they're like, he's here to see you. He's been here the whole time. And Danny, out of his shit, goes, looks over at me and gives me that look. And that look is one of two things. It's either I'm drunk as fuck and I don't care anymore, or it's cool, I don't care. So they're going through the process of getting him ready to see Melissa. And they're kind of giving him that cleansing, like they haven't gone to the the bits yet. They haven't, lifted up and grundle scrubbed. But they're starting to get there. And I said, hey, I'm going to step outside and I'm going to call Melissa and let them know that, Danny's starting to wake up. Y'all are giving him a bath, so we might have to wait outside for a few minutes when we get here and all these things. And they're like, okay, do you mind staying in the room for just a few minutes to help us move some of the furniture around so we can, scrub the grundle? Okay. So I help them move the few furniture pieces around the room, and they lower the bed. And I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and step out before y'all lifted it up and I saw the package. I wasn't ready to see 2 eggs in a cloth sack. We got a lot closer that day. And I still blame Nurse Ratchet for it. I still have not recovered from that. Mortified. So I step out of the room with that image in my head, just 2 little huevos just hanging there, and proceed to stand in the lobby. As I'm walking out of the room, I hear him say, Danny, we're going to remove your catheter now so you can use the bedpan since you're waking up. Sounds like really good progress, right? That's fantastic. So, I'm sorry, my kid is peeing right there, like 10 feet away from me. Savage. Savage. Yeah, go behind the fence. Go behind the fence. Turn around. Turn your little dinkless around. Turn around. There you go. Fucking kids, y'all.
He was going to do it out of the pool. And I said, hey, what are you doing? He goes, I wasn't going to go in the pool, just on the driveway. I said, make a different choice.
Y'all, my kid wasn't even going to get out of the pool to go pee-pee. He was just going to flop it over the side and piss on the driveway. Anyway, back to the story. I'm sorry, I digress. They started to remove Danny's catheter as I'm walking out of the room, and chaos ensued at some point. And I look back, and there is piss everywhere. It's just Nurse Ratchet. It's hitting her face. It's on her fucking scrubs. It's on her shoes. It's on the bed spread, all of it, floor, piss everywhere. I don't know what Danny does in his spare time, but that man's body must be pressurized. I'm fully convinced that has to be. Y'all answer me. Did that dude fart a lot or something? Because he must have been full of pressure. For the spinal fluid to hit the ceiling, for the piss to just... They broke the catheter. Not, in there, but the tube snapped. And they were trying to catch it, and in the process of trying to catch it, it was just everywhere. So I get out of the room, and once y'all know, that was the exact moment Melissa was walking upstairs. Hi, Melissa. Hi. She's a mess, rightfully so. She's just been on the road for 14 hours, drove overnight, just wants to see her man, right? I have to tell her, you need to wait a few minutes because his room is full of piss right now because they fucked up trying to get his catheter out. And the nurse is covered in piss. The nurse's aide is covered in piss. Danny's covered in piss. The floor is covered in piss. She wanted to laugh, right? Like, she wanted to laugh. I saw and then the tears started. But it was funny, though. It was funny. And it was just another one of those funny, unbelievable experiences that had this not happened, we wouldn't have these funny stories and memorable moments to reflect on when we remember Danny.